I was always a fan. It was such a big opportunity for me to work with her. And just knowing from what she was singing about her range and about her style, I started to write the songs. So I think that is special here, that all the songs and all the music is based around the two main characters. Also, Mark, who's not here today, he's a very specific, he's a freaking great actor, as you all could see, and he's also a very tight and great singer. Just, just listening to the voices, this is so inspiring. So this is a lot of how the songs are written. They're writing itself.
I agree. I think it's been so much fun to work with him. When I first went in and said, I have this song for the theme song, he was like, okay, and we listened to it, and it just sort of happened that we wrote a song, and it wasn't writing it. Yeah, it wasn't writing it for Tipido necessarily. It was just sort of writing it for us, And I think this show is so important because there are so many real-life experiences that the characters are going throughout it. And I think the songs really show that. And they're just happy and fun-loving. But they're also, a lot of music you'll hear on animations will be sort of very much tailored to an animated show, a cartoon, but these are real songs that are being put onto a show, and I think that's the difference. It's just real good music, and I get to sing it and work with this great guy, and it's just been really incredible.
That's part of our mantra too at DreamWorks in general, is that there's no kids music, there's only great music.
There's only good music, and it's true, it shows through.
Yeah, especially with you guys, this team is unbelievable.
Thank you so much. Can just give it back.
And AJ, you've actually worked on a couple of our shows, but what about Home specifically do you think makes it so unique and has that sort of signature alien boof, buddy comedy?
Look, you already name it. What is so special about this? We don't know who the boofs are until we see Home. So always when we have aliens, there's a big chance of creating something which nobody ever saw, because we don't even know if aliens are existing. But is such a great incorrect alien. He's on the one side he's a kid, on the other side he does all the mistakes we all ran into every day, and he also makes Rachel's character grow so much, and her character makes his character grow. It's a real friendship, and because it's so real, I think that's the authentic. Sorry, I'm still talking German. It's so authentic. I think that's the main reason why Home is so special and so great.
I agree so much. I think the word alien sort of stands for anyone that's kind of weird and not the norm, and that's just sort of the outcast. And I think that's what Tip and O are. They're sort of the outcasts, and they show that in some episodes where they're just sort of, different from other people. But I think the point of the show is they're, the characters, Tip and O, are going to be the favorites. Kids are going to identify with them and see parts of themselves in Tip and O, and think of themselves as that way. They're not going to look at him and be like, oh, he's an alien, he's not from this world, he's weird. They're going to fall in love with him because he's so, like you said, it's his coming of age story and Tip's. They're both they're growing so much together. And
sometimes they will even look at Tip and say, oh my God, Tip is an alien.
Yeah, they'll be like, what is up with her? Why is she purple too?
Yeah.
Just kidding, that doesn't happen. But that's a new episode we have to write.
Yeah, promise.
But promise.
It's such a shame that you can't be at a recording session, because Rachel and Mark are killing it. Like every time, the whole team, all the executive producers, everyone of the casting, when we're sitting there and watching them perform, it's so amazing. And you see a lot later when the characters are animated and I got to score the show, I still see Rachel performing and seeing her in a studio like that before Mike doing this. So it's a really great.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
And
you guys record in the studio together?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, we. It's rarely ever just myself. I don't know. It's Mark and I have a really good relationship off screen too.
Yeah.
Like we're just buddies, and he's so talented.
It seems like so much fun.
It's really hard to work with him.
Amazing.
I always yell at him, I'm like, you can't be that good because I laugh, right? So I'll be like doing a line and I'll break into laughter because I can't hold it in because he's so funny. But I was gonna say, like, Mark and I just, from day one, I mean, we started working on this like 2.5 years ago.
Wow. Yeah.
And I came into it, I was just 16 and just, it was brand new to me, the voiceover world. And I walked in and he was so welcoming and cool and nice. And we just hit it off and started, backfiring back and forth just as us. And it turned into this relationship that Tip and O now have. And I think I was just with Ryan, who you saw earlier, who announced the show this morning, working on the show. And I told him we're going to have to tell him, that we're really professional and we have no fun because it's hard to record sometimes. We just get to laughing and talking, and it's just, we've made this one whole family from all of the cast and crew at home, and I mean, it's tight and we have the best time, and it truly, I think it shows so much in the show.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. No, you sort of touched on an interesting point. So can you guys elaborate a little bit on the process for how this music is made and how your collaboration works with Ryan, and then how Ryan and Alex work with you in the recording studio? And
Yeah, I mean, we maybe I can just show what I'm doing.
Please.
Yeah, please.
Okay, it's easier for me. Look, so I brought my laptop so you can see.
Wow.
Look, if
Oh,
you take a little look at it. So here, my laptop, I have, it's a little bit like, you all know Lego, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
So Lego, you have like those little things and you put it together.
Uh-huh.
It's actually, everything what you see is played. I played almost everything by myself, like all the instruments, the drums, the keyboards, and a lot of people who don't know how that works, they always ask me, how do you play drums with a keyboard? How does that work? It's actually easy. You need a keyboard for that, and then you have a sound up there, which is a kind of a drum kit, and then you play it here.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Cool, right?
Like, wait. And and every key is with another sound. You go like,
That's awesome.
Sure.
then you have also some pads. You can play in here. Whatever. Then you can also, turn knobs and stuff, so
really
which
cool.
always modifies the sound. And that's how we start. We for the theme song, we just had a brief from Frank and from Alex, and where we saw this is the series, this is what it's about, and then we just started writing, just started doing our thing, and then I have here, by the way, another song. Sometimes the first version you do is not necessarily the one who gets approved by all the executives and everybody. So you saw the first episode right now, right?
Mhm.
So you remember the song "Moving In" from the first
Yes.
episode?
The very dramatic.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the dramatic ending. It's so funny. And so I have for you the 3 versions before the song was approved. Singing, not with Rachel. It's my demo singer who sings, and I'm singing the man parts. So because in this situation we had like the producers, Ryan, they were writing a lot of lyrics, and I just wasn't sure which lyrics were the best for the melodies and what kind of song it should be. So I tried out, like we all do in our jobs. We try things out. So before you